Greetings, esteemed viewers. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to another captivating episode of the USA Superstar Show. I'm your host, Bemnet Zanaba. Today, we have the pleasure of interviewing one of our talented high school students. Stay with us until the end of the show. This is JCA Superstar Show. Welcome to the interview. We're thrilled to have you here today. To start off, could you please take a moment to introduce yourself to our esteemed audience?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Zikra Wolelaw. I am from Bole 24 campus, grade 10D. I am 15 years old and I'm going to turn 16 in May this year. My three favorite things to do are writing stories. Usually the poems I write are basically stories. They're not messages that I convey like most poems out there. I like drawing, and also I like learning languages. Right now I speak 4 languages fluently. I speak French, English, Amharic, and Arabic. And also I am learning German. I can converse like simple conversations for the time being. In the future, I hope to learn more. Well, first of all, it's something that people should know. Talent is not really a thing that exists. You know, talent is just a word that we put for something someone can do. If someone can draw good or someone can write good, that's not because they're born with that talent. You're not just born and now you're suddenly Picasso. That's not how it works. It's like you have to develop it first. You have to work on it throughout the years. For example, now drawing, it's a thing that my sister showed me. She used to draw for me when I was a kid. She used to see a lot of, maybe from my t-shirts or a lot of things that I watch, and she used to draw for me stuff. And from there, I just got an inspiration to draw and just grow that. I saw this one quote when I was in the office in like my school. It's written like, every child is an artist, but the problem is the person who wants to stick with it. I'm not really sure if that was exactly the quote, but it just means that you grow the talent. Some people might develop faster, but if you don't try to put an effort in it, you won't go from 0 to 100 real quick. You have to grow on it. Right now, I'm moderately good at drawing, moderately good at writing. If I grow it more in the future, I believe that I will be good at it. Well, actually, a lot of my friends are artists, so we mostly like critique each other and stuff. Also, I've been told since I was a kid that I'm pretty creative, and I believe that in myself. I create really weird and crazy stories, so just at home alone, because most of the time, since my siblings are really like older than me, I spend most of the time at home alone, so like my imagination's just running wild. So, my brother, he supports me a lot when it comes to art and stuff. My sister, she helps me, like she goes with the journey with me. We draw together sometimes, we do stuff together. So yeah, my parents too, they appreciate my talent. They want me more to focus on school and stuff, and honestly, I believe in that. I think that I need to grow more in my academics and stuff. I mean, I believe that academics is not the only thing that matters, but also it has to be good, you know? Like, you don't need to be very intimate on it. You don't need to be, oh, academics is the only thing. It's just future depends on what you like, what you want to do. So if you don't believe that academics is really, really important, it is important, but not important to the point that you need to work more on what you want to do in the future, and you also need to perfect your academics, then you can work on your future. I actually want to do something related to art in the future. I watch a lot of I'm more of an animated person. I don't really watch live action things and stuff, so I watch more animated shows, animated movies and stuff. So I'm more inspired by those. That's where most of my stories come from. My art style used to look like this one show I used to watch when I was a kid. So I believe there's this one game I play right now, and I want to integrate that to what I want to do in the future. I want to create maybe a game or a website. I want people to be able to experience my stories, not just be able to watch them. I want them to be able to interact with the characters, be able to see what's going on in the story. So I also want to just integrate a little bit of coding into my art skill like that in the future. Maybe I could make a website or some kind of game that people can experience what I do. Yeah, my parents, they support me with a lot of things, not just when it comes to art and writing. Well, every time I get an achievement, they're happy for me, they support me. But most of the time, it was like my siblings, especially, well, I didn't mention this before, but my journey didn't start nor just continue in Gibson. At the start, I only started getting into Gibson in first grade, and then in fifth grade, I went to France. So for 3 years, I stayed there. So I experienced a lot of things. And while I was there, the people who were with me, my mom was there with me. It's because of her that I went there in the first place. But I used to be with my sister and my brother a lot. So that's when we really bonded. My brother, he helped me like when it comes to art. He's the one who bought me my graphic tablet, which is basically this screenless tablet that I connect to my computer to like draw on my computer. I used to draw on it a lot when I was there, but now I'm just reenacting it because I didn't really think of the basics and stuff, think of the techniques, how to use it. So the people who supported me most were my brother and sister when it comes to my passion, because you know, my brother and sister, they're closer to me, they know more in my range, they're more in my generation, so they understand me more. And my parents, they help me with everything they can understand. So thank you, my brother and sister, and also my parents for being there for me. Okay, so first of all, this isn't something that, it's just something very obvious. I would like to thank my God, Alhamdulillah, for, well, creating me and giving me all these opportunities, all these possibilities to be able to be this wondrous person I believe I am and will be in the future. Thank you for my parents, my mother and my father, for raising me to be a good person, and also thank you for my siblings for being there for me, for supporting me and just going with me along with my journey. And also thank you to my friends for just being there for me, going with this journey alongside me, and my teachers, my admins, and everyone who is with me in this journey. I thank you very much for being here. This poem is inspired by the quote, "The grass is always greener on the other side." A flower that blooms on a field of sand. Sometimes we find ourselves in a loop of never-ending, impending desire. Somehow, every field we stand on stands out colorless in our eyes. Compare every field we're not on, see that evergreen it emits. You'd think the owners are proud to see their garden bloom out, but that isn't exactly the case, for they wish to have a taste of what it's like in your position. For there's something in your field, a flower blooming you cannot see, till you have lost possession of it, and you dwell once again on the neighboring fields. Thank you.